So if I'm not in the people business and I'm not networking and I'm not talking to people, can I build an organization and have baseball teams? It's the same thing with your businesses. It's the same thing no matter where you go. If you can't talk to people, you can't grow and you can't prosper. It's impossible. All right, first off, I want to say hi. Obviously, I want to say thank you for everyone coming and paying attention. Hopefully I will not, just backstory, I won't get Joe kicked out of this venue. I spoke last year and my passion was a little too much for the venue that we were in, so to speak. I'm a very passionate person and like I said, I am the director of baseball, softball ministry at Emerald Youth Foundation. I use baseball as my platform to teach inner city kids and underprivileged kids how to be young godly leaders and be effective community leaders as well. So one of the things that I do with that is I teach them how to be successful people. I'm going to read a couple of things before I jump into these slides. Angie said it the best, in the breakout. We don't have time to waste, guys. We don't have time to waste. Times is changing. Things are getting different. Things are always escalating more so than what we need them to be. And we've got to get out there and we've got to change the world ourselves. We have to be that light. We've got kids that are out here struggling, kids that are falling privy to a lot of things that we don't need to have them in. And they are our future. And we need to make sure that we protect them and we teach them how to be successful people, just like you guys are at the end of the day. So like I said, we don't have time to waste. We've got to build relationships. I think Brandy said it too. Who are your top five? If you've got your top five know somebody who can know somebody who knows somebody. That's basically the end of the day, and that's what we want to do. We want to build, we want to grow, we want to teach, and we want to prosper. And at the end of the day, if we can't build relationships, how can you do that? And I'm not talking about just charity. I'm talking about in businesses as well. If you don't build relationships, Brandy said that, real estate is a people business. I want to branch off on that, and I want to let you guys know everything is a people business. Not just real estate, not just your business, not just insurance, not just everything we do is a people business. And at the end of the day, if we don't have that love and that trust and that support to do those types of things, how can you go anywhere else, right? How can you be anything else? How can you do anything else? I built Emerald Youth Foundation Baseball, just like the slide there. You guys can read it. I won't talk about all of those things. But when I got hired at Emerald, they wanted me to build baseball, and I had one baseball team. So you fast forward from 2021 with one baseball team, I've got 19 baseball teams now. Okay? Don't clap, because I didn't do it, right? It's that whole thing about me being more, right? I've got to do more. I need more to do more, right? I have one baseball team. So if I've got 19 teams, guess what? I got to have at least 19 coaches, right? So if I'm not in the people business and I'm not networking and I'm not talking to people, can I build an organization and have baseball teams? It's the same thing with your businesses. It's the same thing no matter where you go. If you can't talk to people, you can't grow and you can't prosper. It's impossible. Okay, so just like stepping outside of your comfort zone. Brandy come up here and she hates talking in front of a crowd of people. I'm the complete opposite of that. I can talk up here for hours. But in order for her to be successful, in order for her to prosper, she's got to get over that barrier and get over that hurdle so she can be prosperous, correct? And that's what we all have to do. We have to build, and we've got to build relationships, and we have to have people to help us do those things, right? And when you think charity, you automatically, just natural humanistic instinct, you go straight to money, right? No, you can be charitable in everything that you do, all right? By what? Networking and being in the people business, right? Yes, I am a charitable person. Yes, I talk about charity. Yes, I'm passionate about my job. I'm passionate about my kids. But at the same time, I'm also passionate about people loving one another and growing. right? Because that's what we have to have. You have to have love and you have to grow and you have to build that way, right? So I'm going to skip through some of these slides because I'm very long-winded and I don't want to preach to you guys. So I'm going to go to purpose. I'm going to skip down to purpose. All right. At Emerald Youth, we have this phrase D3. Okay. D3 is disciples who make disciples who make disciples. Right. So that's the Great Commission. Right. Matthew 28:19. Go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Right. I can't say that to a 12-year-old kid because they're going to be, here come Coach Rock preaching. Here he go preaching again. Right. So if I say, hey, what's D3? Coach Rock, that's disciples who make disciples who make disciples. Same thing, boss. That's the Great Commission. We fulfill it, right? So at the end of the day, what we need to do is let's replace disciples now. Let me take my pastor hat off. Let me take my preacher hat off, and let's get into the business world now, right? Let's replace disciple with agent. How many agents we got in here? Show of hands. I like audience participation also too. Right. So get an agent, make an agent, make an agent, right? Agents who make agents who make agents, right? If you do that, guess what? You just grew threefold, right? Now you've got three agents doing one thing instead of one agent doing everything, right? Right? Entrepreneurs who make entrepreneurs who make entrepreneurs, right? Now everything is building that way, right? Business owners who make business owners who make business owners, right? Right? Real estate agents who make real estate agents who make real estate agents, right? At the end of the day, no matter what you do, you have to have other people do it with you. You have to grow that way. You cannot go anywhere in this world without giving to somebody else. You have to give. You have to give. And what does it say? Love God, love your neighbor, love yourself, right? Those are the three things that I teach the kids. But guess what? You can teach those principles also to your people. Because at the end of the day, if they don't love themselves, they can't go out and make money for you. If they don't love their neighbor, they can't go out and work for you because they're going to give you a bad name. They're going to give your business a bad name, right? And ultimately, if they don't love God, how can they go anywhere in this world? Right? Right? So at the end of the day, you've got to build those types of things with people. And that's how we go with charity. That's charity within business. Not charity within the Bible, charity within business. And that's what we have to have, right? So what is your purpose? What's your purpose, right? And everybody say, I'm here because I want to make money. Great. Great. Go make money. Awesome. But guess what? In order to get that, you got to teach somebody else how to make money. So you teach somebody else to make money. They make money. Teach somebody else to make money, right? I want to grow my business. Teach somebody else to grow their business. Teach somebody else to grow their business, right? We're coming full circle with D3, right? Everybody's like, oh, yeah, okay, I see it, right? Exactly. I want to be more educated with all of these things, right? Educate yourself, but educate somebody else and educate somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? See how that works? It's all relevant, right? It's not just about giving me some money to go help some poor black kids. Right? It can be in business also. You have to give, right? What's the rule, right? It's better to what? Than to. It's better to than to 100%, right? If you give somebody something, you ultimately are going to receive something. That is tenfold. That is how it works. So in business, guess what? You've got to teach somebody your business to help you do your business, right? You can't do it all by yourself. It's impossible to do it all by yourself, right? You have to have help. You have to have other people that are there, right? So if you are here to make money, teach somebody else how to make money. If you are here to build your business, teach somebody else to build their business. If you are here to get an education, go educate somebody else, right? At the end of the day, that's what we have to do, right? Proverbs 19:21, it says, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. The Lord's purpose that prevails. So guess what? The Bible is talking about what? Purpose, right? Purpose. What's your purpose? Whether it's to grow, whether it's to become financially independent, whether it's to make a bunch of money, you have to teach somebody else to do that also, or you cannot have it. It is that simple. You don't think that's relevant? Watch this. As basic as it gets, Joe was an accountant. Joe doesn't want to be an accountant. He wants to go help people. So his book of business of 150 to maybe 300 doing an accountant job, guess what? He doesn't want to help. He wants to help thousands. So he stops. And guess what? Now we're in a room with 200 people. And guess what? You 200 people are going to go help 200 more people. And then you 200 people, and then 200 people, and then 200 people, 200 people. See how that grows? Right? Ultimately, it goes to those types of things. And if you can't do that, you cannot be successful, no matter what it is that you do at all. You cannot do that, right? At the end of the day, just like it says, you got a lot of plans. You got a lot of plans. But guess what? If you don't have a tap-rooted purpose, I stole that, right? I told you I was going to steal that, right? I told you I was going to steal that. Right. You got to have a tap-rooted purpose. So if your purpose isn't grounded, your purpose cannot withstand what needs to go. Right? If you're not deep rooted in this, my passion is giving to people, giving to kids, teaching kids, coaching baseball. That is my passion, and that is what I live for, and that's what I will die for. Right? I am standing here to you today with a purpose because I am here to electrify you, to motivate you. I have a 7-inch scar on my leg, and I'm doing post-op radiation right now. That's why I was not here this morning, because I was at UT Medical Center getting radiated to get rid of a tumor that I had when I found in April of last year, the size of a golf ball, a little grape, right? And when they cut it out of me in November, it was the size of a mini basketball, size of a cantaloupe. And they said, you can't walk for a little while. You know what I said? I got kids I got to go see. I got kids I got to go teach. I got kids that I got to preach to. I got kids that I got to go be a light in their darkness for. I will walk out this building November the 7th. And they said, legally, we can't let you do that, Roxy. So we made an adjustment, right? We made an adjustment. They rolled me out. I rolled down the elevator in the wheelchair. And at the bottom of the elevator, I got up. I walked out of UT Medical Center and got in my car, and I was taken home. Okay? So at the end of the day, what did they say? Okay, right? Good job, Roxy. Proud of you. No, my day wasn't done. I had to go to Fulton High School that night, and I had to give devotion to that football team. So I'm standing in front of them bloody, bleeding, just had surgery at 7:30 in the morning, and I'm mentoring to them. Why? Because my purpose is so taproot deep, because I know that they need to see me. I know that they need to see me. And guess what? Because I'm talking to them and I showed them my scar and I'm bleeding down my leg as I'm giving that testimony to them, guess what? I got 5 kids at Fulton High School right now that's not going to be caught up in the dope game that are committed to go play in football. Because they saw me. Because they showed that I was dedicated and I was going to make sure that they see me and I'm going to be a light in their darkness. And even though I was a light in their darkness, they were really a light in my darkness. Because I'm going through something that people do not want to go through. At all. At all. So when I look at you guys and I smile because I'm standing in front of you 3 months out of surgery, November the 7th, okay? March 7th, I will end my radiation and I will ring out at UT, right? Because I am motivated to be here and I am motivated to help you guys. And that's why I wear the shirt, because it says champion on it, because I'm not just a champion of myself. I am a champion of faith. I am a champion of business. I am a champion of everything that has to be making sure that everybody is loved and I'm a light in their darkness. And if you can do that, guess what you also can do? You can be prosperous. You can make money. You can get whatever it is that you need to get, right? Where's Alex? Where's Alex? Alex, the card guy. Where's he at? I'm sitting in the back. I'm sitting in the back in a chair and I'm tired. Because I just had radiation. I'm tired, right? He comes up to me and he says, "Hey, how you doing, man?" Just energetic, bubbly as he could possibly be, right? "What do you do?" And I'm literally leaning and resting because I'm tired from radiation. And he says, hey, I do this business, right? If you know anything, right? Hey, you're looking good, man. Hey, I like your shirt. You know what? Guess what? Ooh, right? He's a light in my darkness. He gave me energy. He gave me the ability to say, you know what? I'm here for that reason. And he doesn't even realize that. I'm back there literally tired, and I'm back there literally saying, I don't know if I can do this right now. But Alex comes up and he smiles at me and he says, hey, man, hey, I like what you do, man. Hey, good for you, man. He doesn't know I'm about to speak. I'm just a random dude in a hoodie back there just sitting in a chair, right? But thank you, Alex. I appreciate it, right? Those are the types of things. Those are the types of things that'll make you successful in business, right? So I'm gonna skip down a little bit. What does this say right here? Somebody say that out loud. You can get what you want by helping others get what they want. Watch this right here, right? That's my girl Kelly, right? Awesome lady. Light in my darkness also, right? Very motivational person, right? Who does she help? Brandy, right? Right? Now, watch this. Watch this. Now, Brandy is she's not better. Obviously, that's a traumatic situation. But guess what? Now, Brandy goes out and she helps some of you all, right? And then guess what happens after that? You go out and you help somebody else, right? See, it's contagious, right? It's just like that stupid C that they cut out of my body, right? That's contagious, right? But guess what? Happiness is contagious. Success is contagious. Prosperous is contagious. So let's stop focusing on the negativity and all those negative things that are contagious, right? Let's be happy. Let's be successful. Let's be the light in people's darkness. Let's go out and help other people so we can get what we want. It's better to give than to receive, right? So if you give somebody something, you ultimately going to receive something, right? That's the nature of this thing, right? That's why we all are here. We're not here to listen to some weird rah-rah dude in a hoodie talk to you about stuff other than the fact because you want to learn about business. You want to learn about being successful. You want to learn about how to grow your business. You want to learn about getting rid of the me monster. You want to learn about how to be successful, right? You be successful by being deeply tap-rooted in your purpose. What is your purpose? Ask yourself that. If it's to make money, great. Nobody's judging you for that. Nobody. If it's to make money, great. Go make that money, but definitely show somebody else how to make that money so it comes back to you. That's the law of life. It's how it works. If you're nice, somebody's nice back. Isn't that right, Alex? Alex was nice to me. And instead of me being a butthole to him and saying, dude, I'm so tired, get the hell out of my face. I had radiation this morning and I missed Joe speaking. I'm so frustrated right now. I'm so upset. I don't want to talk to you even though you are very stylishly looking. I don't want to talk to you. Right? I could have said that, right? No, I was like, you know what? Hey, man, I like this guy. Hey, I like that. It's awesome, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for smiling at me. I can smile back. Thank you for being nice to me. Now I can be nice back. Thank you for being a light in my darkness. Now I can be a light in somebody's darkness. It's contagious. Negativity is contagious, right? Misery loves company, right? Guess what? So does happiness. So does happiness. So does success. So does positivity, right? And you guys thought you was going to come up here and ask y'all for a bunch of money, didn't you? No, it's not about that. But I will talk on that for my last minute and a half, okay? It also helps, right? So let me show you how. Let me give you an example of that. People say I don't have time to volunteer. I don't have time to do those things, right? But if you go to Emerald Youth Foundation, donate, right? You go to that webpage and then you actually put that in there. Guess what happens? You donate $100. It's awesome. Thank you so much. Because now I can give my underprivileged softball team socks for their softball season. See how that works? You give, they receive, you are going to be blessed. That's how that works. That's how it all works, right? You give something to get something. And at the end of the day, I'm not asking you to be on the front line with me because this isn't your taproot. This is my taproot. Whatever your taproot is, dig deep in it, live passionately with it, live purposefully, right? Work purposefully, right? Give purposefully, smile purposefully, right? Whatever it is, have a purpose behind it. And if you do that, you will be successful. Smile. See how many people smile back? Let me ask you a question. If I'm standing in the corner and I'm doing this, are you going to approach me? No, because you know you about to get something, right? But if I'm standing back there and I'm like, you're like, this dude's weird, but I'm going to go talk to him. Right? Because Brandy said we needed a network, right? I'm going to go talk to him. He's smiling at least, right? Exactly, right? Show yourself approval, right? Be what you want to be. So at the end of the day, just like it says at the beginning, we can talk about it or we can be about it. The decision is yours. All right? That's my time. Thanks.